Hi everybody.
Oh yeah, Jesus, you're the one for me. Yeah, Jesus, you're the one for me.
It's been a minute since I've been on YouTube, but for some reason tonight I was like, let me make a YouTube video. Plus, I'm doing my hair and I have some new makeup tips that I want to show you guys, plus talk about God and some more things. If you're watching this right now, I appreciate you for watching. Stay tuned for the video and watch to the end. Make sure you follow me on my social medias, which will be in the description below. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So I just finished relaxing my hair, so that's why you see the do-rag on. It's currently wet too, so I'm waiting for it to dry. I just finished doing a mold, which I wish I would have done that on camera, but I didn't do it. So you guys will have to see me styling it afterwards. But now I'm just gonna get into showing y'all some of my makeup tips that I currently learned. And I do want to say that I'm not a girly that be getting all the expensive makeup and all this stuff. I don't do that. I will go to Dollar Tree. I will get drugstore makeup. I don't do that. I have a clean canvas. If you can see, no makeup. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the makeup part of things. Something I've learned recently, well, not even learned, I kind of just did it myself just because, I'm an art major, so I like to experiment with things, and I'm a painter, so doing makeup is easy for me. But I wanted to do more of a makeup look that is less soft, like that's not dramatic, but it's not noticeable that you have makeup on your face, if that makes sense. I want it to be even softer makeup. I use this concealer and I kind of put it on like the dark marks and stuff. Usually you would use like the orange one, correcting or whatever, but I don't be wanting to use it. And plus it's almost gone. And plus it be like squirting out on me, and I'm not trying to deal with that tonight. Put it all on like the dark marks and stuff that you see on your face. I've actually been using Neosporin at night, and I put it all over my face. I know that's so crazy, but like it's been working. Like my face has been clearing up like crazy because I've been putting Neosporin at night. And also I'll use oh gosh, where is it? Oh, it's right here. I'll use this body oil too. I guess it's that vitamin E that it has in it. And usually I will go to bed like without a greasy face because I was like, I feel like maybe my face is too oily or whatever it is. But honestly, I just go to sleep like that, and it's been working for me. I haven't even had acne like that. Like I may have this right here. That's like small. On the camera, it's gonna point out every little thing. So then you blend it in. How's everybody been doing? A lot has been going on for me personally. I still have peace in my life. Like there's nothing that's like uprooting my life. If you had asked me 2 weeks ago, it would have been a different story. Now, no, I feel very peaceful. I feel cool. I don't feel really too much. I'm getting to a point where I'm starting to understand that it really don't matter what you think, like what you want for your life. It's not always the plan. Just allow God to show you what you need to see. I'm finishing up the semester, so that's been really hectic. I have so many projects back to back to back to back because I finished all my core classes, so it's really just the major classes that I'm taking. It's not that I can't handle. My birthday is next week, so I'm preparing for that. I think this will be like the second time ever that I've had a birthday party. I had a birthday party when I was a little kid. I'll say I was probably like 4 years old. I'm excited. I'm turning 21. Just enjoy that day with family and friends. A big factor in my life right now has been surrendering things to God. I've been doing really well with not allowing myself to take control of situations, not allowing things to get me out of my character. I've been doing well with just allowing God to lead me on the way or on the path that I need to be on, and not feeling like I have to be the one to control everything, like not have so much control over situations, just knowing that God is Lord. Jesus is Lord. He is going to handle whatever needs to be handled. He's going to show me whatever needs to be shown. He's going to do his big one. He's not going to just let me fall or nothing. I just have to know that surrendering to him does not mean that you don't have any power, or you don't that's not what that means, because we know that even our words have power. How we feel about certain things has power. What energy we put out into the world towards people or towards situations that happen, you have power over that, which is why God tells us to control our emotions. So surrendering to him has not been a hard thing for me. It's actually been very light on me. And this is something I should have been doing the whole time, but I just wasn't doing that because I wanted everything to be Jabria's way. I wanted everything to work the way Jabria envisioned it to be, but not understanding that the way that Jabria wants it to be is not always the right way. There are certain things that I may not understand. Like there's experiences that I have not gone through. So I think about certain things from a perspective of not even going through it. And then I think it's supposed to be this way. I struggled with seeing what the world was doing and thinking that, oh, because the world says you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way, but really it's not. No, the way that God says to do it is not going to be the way that the world is doing it. And so people are going to look down on you because you're doing something a certain way that is abnormal to them, but it's normal to God. You have to be prepared for that judgment because it's going to come anyway. In this life, you have to understand too that people are going to think whatever about you. They're going to talk about you. They're going to judge you. They're going to villainize you regardless of what you think or regardless of how you go about situations. Everything is in God's control anyway. I posted an Instagram note that said when you're following what God tells you to do, outside opinions don't matter because they don't have the final say so on your life or on your purpose. God has the final say so on how everything will go in your life. Understanding that however God sees fit, it will happen the way it's supposed to happen. It's important to make sure that you're feeding yourself with the word so that you can grow, so that you can be a better person and also not attach the past to who you are now. Just because something may have happened in the past or you may have done something that was out of character does not mean that that's who you are. People can change. People can transform. It's not your control to help people see that you're not the same person. It's only up to you to keep moving forward and keep trying to be a better person. Because there's people out here that's not trying. There's people out here that's not open to correction. There's people out here that don't care to hold themselves accountable. There's people out here that are just willing to stay where they are. They're willing to stay stagnant because that's where they feel most comfortable at, because they don't want the challenge. They don't want the challenge of having to change. They don't want the challenge of having to surrender control to God. They don't want the challenge of having to call out all of your flaws, literally to yourself. Call out everything that you've done over the past, your whole life that you've done that you thought was okay, or things that you did to people that hurt them. You will literally sit there and think that I don't want to do this. I don't want to call myself out because I'm not ready to do that. But no, really, it comes from a pride place. It comes from a prideful place because you don't want to have to do the work that it takes to call yourself out. How can you be a Christian or be a follower of Christ and then not want to change or not want to call yourself out or not want to know the truth about something or not want to just hold yourself accountable? How do you do that? Because God gonna call you out every time. Anytime you sin, anytime you say a bad word, anytime you listen to that carnal music that he told you not to listen to, anytime that you do whatever, he's gonna call you out on it. Don't think he's not, because he will. What you gonna do? You gonna run away because God called you out? You gonna be running for the rest of your life if you're not open to correction, if you're not open to being a different person and owning up to your faults and owning up to your wrongs. Another thing that I've learned so far this year is that just because you are holding yourself accountable doesn't mean you have to reconcile with everybody. It's okay to just hold yourself accountable and just go on with your life. Be honest and at least apologize and own up to what you did. It's not your control on how people see you or how people take it. As long as you tried to hold yourself accountable, that's literally all that matters. Because if you ask yourself, would Jesus do that? Jesus would definitely do that. If Jesus was wrong for something and he did something that hurt someone and he knows that what his actions did harm somebody, then that person needs to know that what you did was wrong and you would never do it again, or at least try not to do it again, you know? Because sometimes we unknowingly hurt people and we don't be knowing. Or sometimes we intentionally hurt people out of fear, out of being comfortable and cutting people off, or feeling like somebody's gonna leave, or feeling like, you know, all that stuff, you gotta let it go. You gotta forgive yourself too. That's the number one thing. Before you can forgive anybody else, you have to forgive you for what you did and not be so hard on yourself about it. I keep telling myself and repeating to myself, like, life is just too short to be trying to overextend, get people to see that you're not the same person. Life is too short to hold back on allowing God to write your story over time. Because if you can't surrender control of situations to him, then you're going to kill yourself trying to make everything right. You're going to kill yourself trying to think that you can do everything on your own. You're going to kill yourself trying to think that you don't need nobody's help. You don't need community. You don't need to go to Bible studies. You don't need to go to church. You don't need, bro, you need to go to church. You need to go to Bible study. You need community. You need friends. You need all of that. You need that. You need it. You could tell yourself that you don't need it, but you need it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But also, solitude is okay too. If you want a season of solitude, is okay, but don't let it turn into isolation because you don't want to be held accountable for your actions, or you want to avoid people, or you're sick of people, you're sick of the world, you're sick of what's going on, you're just sick of all of it. Like, we all get sick of everything. We all get sick and tired of seeing the news, seeing what's going on campus, seeing what everybody get tired of that. But once you understand that things gonna happen every day, you have to have you gotta carry yourself a certain way where you just don't care. Like, you just don't care about those things because those things are small. God has it covered. He has it handled. He has everything handled. Like, something I'm really excited for is to get back into painting again, because I have not actually, like, and I mean like really, really, really painted since maybe last year. And it's been a whirlwind, you know, trying to get back to that point again of painting. I'm not gonna lie, I fell out of love with it because I had so much going on. I was in my feelings that I just didn't want to paint anymore. You know, I have so much in my brain, so much in here, so many visions, so many dreams that I can, you know, paint about, or stories I can talk about, but I just didn't want to talk about it. You know, I just wanted to bottle it in at first, but then that bottling in turned into a time of reflection, because I knew that I didn't want to stay there forever. I knew that I didn't want to stay bottling the feelings that I had inside up, or holding anger in my heart, or holding resentment towards just things and people and stuff. And it just all aligned with me losing my passion. And really, it's only because I allowed situations to get to me so bad that it threw me off from my purpose. But now I actually have the desire to want to get back to painting again. I've been drawing way more than I've been painting though, because this semester I took drawing classes. So this semester I've been getting into drawing way more than I have with painting. But now that I have the drawing aspect of things and have developed in that area, now I can get back to painting again and go into my painting class that I'm taking this summer semester, whatever, and see where that goes, see where it leads me. And just getting back into the groove of painting and just being that creative that I am. But yeah, I guess this is pretty much it, like the makeup look. But you see how it's literally simple. It looked like I really didn't do nothing. But you know, my thing, it be them powders, bro. It be them powders. But then I like the little shine too, like the shine aspect. That's why I like the undercoat of like putting an oil on underneath or something like that. And no, I don't put primer on my face. I don't do that. Whatever. I don't follow the rules when it comes to the painting gurus or whatever. I don't. Then dewy finish. I'm gonna do my setting spray. Oh, okay, okie dokie. And just fan it out pretty much. Just ready to get into my hair. Please, please. What? It's too wet. And I bought a portable. Wait, no, it's not portable. I think it is. I don't know if it's portable or not, but I do know I bought like this hair dryer or whatever. That junk get hot. It gets hot. Like the hooded one get hot. Oh my goodness. I am not trying to pull that out today. I'm just gonna do it how I've been doing it. How I've been doing a little blow dryer, get the little 1-2, let it dry. And just go by my business. Go by my business. Divine Devotion Ministries. Divine Devotion. Definitely follow my ministry page. I really plan to drop some gems on there. It's gonna be very good. I got some words to say. Y'all ready? I'm ready. So if y'all not ready, y'all better get ready. So yeah, go follow that Instagram right now. I mean it. Pause the video. You already follow me. What's up? What's going on? What's happening? Ooh, another thing. That just reminded me. Dang, that dried fast, didn't it? Stop trying to be another person that nobody asked you to be. Like, I remember I found myself like dressing up and wearing things and that I don't even really like to wear. Like, I can be girly, I can do that, but like, I'm starting to fall into more of a classy style anyway. And it's like, I was starting to get into like more of this girly, like sew-ins and all this stuff. I don't even like I like it. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I love short hair. I love short hair. Like that is everything to me. So when I'm finding myself wearing these sew-ins and stuff like this, I'm just not like, I don't even wear it that much. Like, or like listening to music, like find myself like muting my music that I would usually listen to. I like listening to old school music. I like old school. I like rough rap stuff. Like that's the type of stuff I would usually listen to. If it's carnal though, sometimes I'd be having to cut it off. That's one of my struggles too. One of my struggles is listening to carnal music. Secular music, in my opinion, I don't feel like it's that bad. Like anything secular is just whatever is not gospel music. That is secular, technically. So when you say secular, I'm like, you saying anything that's not gospel music. But when you say carnal, it's like anything that got like bad cuss word that talk about sex, drugs, money, like all of that stuff. Yes, you don't need to be listening to all that. But I don't. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when you get married and you got a playlist? You gotta make a playlist like in and like you got to do the do with your now husband. Like what you gonna listen to? Um, I'm just saying. Like that just came in my head. It just came in my head. Yeah, yeah. What are you gonna do? Like what you gonna do? So yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I found myself like listening to certain songs that because I'm looking at what the other person is listening to. I'm like, oh, they don't listen to the same thing as me. So maybe like I should like I don't know, just stop listening to what I'm like, no. And that's the first time I've ever done that. I've never done that outside of that situation. Like I don't know why I was doing that. I've learned that you just got to be yourself and people will either like you for who you are or don't like you for who you are. Who cares? Who cares? Be yourself. Cut your hair off. If you want to be bald, be bald. Whatever you want to do and what you've been doing before those people came into your life or whatever you've been doing before that person came into your life, a significant other or whatever, like just keep doing what you've been doing. I mean like your hair, like changing how you dress, changing what you look like. It's certain stuff you don't need to change. Like that is who you are, and that's perfectly fine. If it's aligned with God, it's perfectly fine. But don't let whatever they're doing change you, if that makes sense. And also don't be trying to change another person either, because you know who the person is when you or you know who the people are when you get around them. At some point when you get into observing who they are, you already know who they are. So don't be trying to change them just because they're not up to part of what you think or what you desire, because you can go somewhere else and go find people that line up with what you want. And most likely, what you want is not even out there anyway, and it's not what you think you need. You know, I will show y'all like what it look like, what the mold look like. But I don't want to lift it up because if it look crazy, mold is basically where you take foam, you spray it all over your hair. That's if you have the relaxer, everything or whatever. Or even if you don't have a relaxer, you can still do that. Because when I didn't have a relaxer, I did that too. So you can get the mousse, you spray it all over your hair, all over your head, and then you get the comb and you like smooth it down how you want to, and you shape it up how you want to in the front, shape it up how you want in the back. They have these black wraps that you can wrap around your head to like seal it in place. I don't be trying to do that. I did that one time. I said, this is too much. I'm just gonna get a do-rag and put it on my head and just go about my business. Not gonna do all that. And then you have to dry it completely before you can actually style it and flat iron it, because you don't want to flat iron your wet hair. Once I take this do-rag off, I'm definitely gonna have to put some bio silk on and put some, oh, I should have put the heat protector on before. Well, I'll just spray a little bit. I don't want to do too much. I won't saturate my whole entire head. Okay, I think it's dry, low key. That was not long. What the? You know what? It's probably because my hair is shorter. I cut it all the way down though. Well, not all the way down, but I cut it down like a lot more because my hair was getting thicker and it's getting hotter, and I'm not trying to really deal with it. Let's see what it's talking about. I'm scared. Okay, because I don't know if it's dry for real. I don't know if it's dry. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see, let's see. Let's see. It's dry. It's dry for real. It's dry? How? How? Oh, and I've been growing this part out. This part is sticking up, but I'm a like, you know, I'm a team now. I'm a team now. I got that. Don't don't even worry about that. But I've been growing out the back because I faded it out. But I'm growing it back. What I would do is go from here and curl up. Do the front first, do the sides, and then do the back last. I cut my hair off 6+ times over the span of 6 years. So since 2020. I've been cutting my hair off since 2020. So this is something that's not new to me. Using BioSilk, by the way, before I get started. Iron guard. I spray in my hand so I don't spray too much. Just pat, 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 pat. Do y'all be watching loyalty tests? Y'all be watching loyalty tests, bro? I be watching the mess out some loyalty tests. I love them, bro. They are so good. Like, it just teach me about, like, how society, like, treats people. Like, they just don't care about being loyal to people. Like, they will sit up there, and I'm not grouping everybody, but I'm just saying that you got people in the world who will sit here and play games with you knowing that they don't even want nothing to do with you. Like, they'll come waste your time, shoot their shot at you, waste your time and stuff, and they don't even want nothing to do with you. Like, and cheat on you. Like, what the heck? Why did you just do that? Like, you have a problem, sir. You have a problem. Like, you just take the time out your day to just, ooh, y'all see that? Ooh, so cute. Y'all gonna see. You just take the time out your day to hurt women. I'm not gonna lie. That is a real problem. And honestly, I'm gonna ask my friend that's a psychology major. I'm gonna ask her what her thoughts are on that, because I want to know what she has to say. Because my theory is, bro is struggling with his identity. Bro is struggling with his identity, sexuality, or something happened as a child, or you are a people pleaser. You're following what your homegirls, your homeboys is doing, or you got like some mommy, daddy issues, or it's just something that's going on in your head that's just not right to be doing that. I don't think anybody that cheats on people or that hurts people in that manner are right in the head. I think something is off. This is why we all need to go to therapy. Just get help. But yeah, I'll be liking them loyalty tests and watching divorce court and all. Like, you should be feeding yourself with positivity. But I think sometimes you need to actually see what's going on. What's going on the other side of things. Because then it gives you, because I'm into ministry and stuff, it gives me another side to talk about. When I'm not talking about the good things, it has some other factors, like the negative stuff that I can talk about, and also give keys and advice, godly sound advice on how to not to get into those states, and how people who are doing those certain things, how they operate, and what their mindset most likely is, or what the Bible says their mindset are operating in. You know, I've been so happy, because I'm really happy that God has been bringing me godly friends, because I've been praying for something like this for 4 years, and it's just been a journey of trying to make friends. And you know, you got people who will act like they are godly friends or like they're godly people, and then they not, and then that be a whole thing. And so it's just a lot of fakes in the world that's acting like they're these godly people and they're really not. Um, and I've been running into stuff like that over the years. And so for me to finally just be able to have these people, you know, that I haven't even known for that long, just, you know, come and just be there and be supportive and, you know, not be problematic or be full of drama and stuff. It just is very refreshing. Y'all probably wondering like, how is she doing the back of her head without no mirror? I always do this. Even when I did braids on myself, they still would be straight. I just, I know my grid, like I know my head. And plus this is easy anyway, because you don't have to put it a certain way. It doesn't have to be specifically a certain way. You just go in and just do it and just add the curls in there. Like it's not that big a deal. You just feel for the spots where it's still flat and go in and curl it, and that's it. Okay, so I finished curling everything. I'm gonna put the do-rag on and then y'all will see the final look tomorrow. Bye.